Jeep Gladiator throttle lag and how I plan to get rid of it. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Rob Motive JT. So does the Jeep Gladiator have any throttle lag? You know, recently I put the Sprint booster unit on my Toyota Tacoma to get rid of its throttle lag, and I gotta say, what a tremendous mod for that truck. It has completely transformed it. So, of course, after having it, I jumped in the Jeep Gladiator, and the Jeep Gladiator felt a little bit laggy to me. I'm like, oh no. Before, the Jeep Gladiator was like lightning for me. Well, maybe not compared to the Wrangler, but it definitely was quicker than the Tacoma before. Now, what I'm gonna do, I wanna take you guys out with me for a little ride. We're gonna do a couple little speed runs in the Jeep Gladiator to try to determine if indeed it does have throttle lag. And then I'll tell you what I'm planning to do to alleviate that. Okay, we have driven to an isolated location, and I don't need a lot of road for this because I'll be able to tell right away. I mean, what I'm gonna do is basically just stomp on it and see how quickly it takes off. You guys will be able to hear the increased sound of the engine, of course, as the truck takes off. But we're gonna pull up in an area here. And you know, I wasn't really paying a lot of attention to this, like I said, until I put the Sprint booster on my Tacoma. And then it kind of dawned on me, gee, it feels like I have some kind of lag in the Gladiator. So here we go, I'm stopped, I'm just gonna floor it. We're gonna see what happens. Here we go. It did take off pretty quick, I will admit. I'm gonna turn around, we're gonna do it the other way, and I just stomped on it. It was all the way to the floor. Let's turn around here, we'll head back. Again, you don't need much distance. It's either gonna jump or it isn't. And I think you can see it jumped. But let's try it again from here. I'm gonna do it from a stop. Then we're gonna turn around, I'm gonna do it from a slight roll. So here I'm at a dead stop. You can see nothing's moving except the wind blowing the brush out there. So here we go. It's not too bad. Just the nth degree, a little slight lag. But definitely not what the Tacoma was. And that's why I think it basically destroyed the Tacoma in my little 0 to 60 test, because it does jump right up. Now, we're going to do it from a kind of a roll. I'm going to roll, I don't know, about 3 or 4 miles an hour. And then I'm going to stomp on it again. We're going to see if there's any of that before you take off. Or if it throws me back just like it does when I'm hitting it from a stop. So let me get around the curve here, and I do want to be going pretty slow. Let's see, we're rolling right now at 3 miles an hour, so I'm going to just hit it. Here we go. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's just a little bit right in the beginning there, but it does grab hold pretty well. Which I'm not surprised. You know, if I remember my 0 to 60 tests, and you can see it throws me back in the seat. It did take off pretty well. I'm going to do it again from a little quicker speed here as soon as I get past this truck. Here we go. Wow, definitely a lag there. Wow. Okay, I'm cruising along right here. Let's see. Okay, you guys probably can hear that. Let me do it one more time. I'll tell you when I actually hit the accelerator. Okay, I hit the accelerator right now. So there is definitely a lag there. Much more pronounced from a roll at about 23 miles an hour. So there is something there to alleviate. It's not so much on the startup, so you know, Jeep, Mopar, Fiat, Chrysler, the whole 9 yards, has actually done a pretty good job on takeoff. So they have this truck set up apparently to open the throttle up at takeoff, but we have a bit of hesitation once we're moving. Now that might be the transmission downshifting, if you will. It is an 8-speed transmission, so I'm assuming when I'm on the gas a little and rolling at about 23, 24 miles an hour, that we're in at least second gear. So, or maybe even third. So I'm assuming then when I stop on the gas, some of that hesitation, that lag, might actually be the transmission shifting down to a lower gear, if you will, which of course, opening the throttle isn't going to help there. The transmission's going to do what it does, but still, it can't hurt to get a little more open throttle action when you're doing that. So I am going to try it. I do have one coming, a Sprint booster unit, so we're going to install it actually on all the rest of my trucks. The Tundra, the Jeep Wrangler, my wife can't wait for that. She saw what a difference it makes while we were out cruising around in the Tacoma, and of course also in this Jeep Gladiator to see what kind of an improvement we get. I really do expect, given the experience I've had in the Tacoma, for it to make a marked difference, but we shall see. Now, why am I doing this? You know, for me, part of the fun of driving any vehicle is the quickness, the feel of the vehicle. I can't stand vehicles that are dogs, like what my Tacoma was before. You know, you hit the gas, feels like it can't get out of its own way, laggy, doesn't want to speed up. It just isn't responsive. It makes it feel less responsive when you have throttle lag. I think when you're driving the vehicle, which, let's face it, isn't that why we buy vehicles, to drive them? That feeling isn't good. It makes the truck feel subpar to me. And while the Jeep Gladiator is by far better than what the Tacoma was when it was just the stock setup, still feels like it could use a little bit of improvement on the takeoff, but more so on a rolling takeoff. Now you might be asking, well, gee, where does that come in handy? Why would you need that from a practical standpoint? Well, picture you're on an entrance ramp, you're entering the freeway, and this invariably happens. There's a car that won't get over, right? It wants to mirror you, shadow you as you're trying to get onto the freeway. Now, if you're like me, well, you have two choices to make. You can hit the brakes, kind of counterintuitive when you're trying to get up to speed with everybody else on the freeway, or you can nail the gas. Now, I typically choose to nail the gas. It depends, I suppose, on how much traffic there is and how much distance there is left in the ramp, right? But that's invariably what I do. I'll nail the gas to try to get around that person because, I'll be honest with you, I find it irritating if they don't get over, and that's assuming they can. Obviously, I understand if there's someone beside them and they can't get over, well, then you either have to increase speed or decrease speed, unfortunately, because they're just sitting there. I honestly think they probably ought to slow down just a little bit unless somebody's on them. All kinds of variables here, but you get what I'm talking about. So I think it's important to have the flexibility to be able to get that power, because the engine certainly has the power for it. It's how it's set up. But it's important to be able to utilize that power if and when you need it. That's the practical use as far as I'm concerned. Now, there is one other thing I've noticed on that unit with the Tacoma, and that is improved fuel economy. Something I never would have expected by putting a unit like that on. Matter of fact, like a lot of others, I expected it to be worse, but that's not the case. It seems to be improving. Right now on my Jeep Gladiator, I'm getting 15.2 miles per gallon. And not very good. Doesn't help that I was just flooring it back there, but that's about what I'm seeing in that range. So if I could get another couple of miles per gallon, you know, maybe bump this thing up to 15.7 or so, or 17, I should say, 17.2. That would be awesome. Why not? So anyway, that's my little test. I do notice a little bit of lag, primarily or more so from a rolling start at about 20-some miles per hour. We're going to see if the Sprint booster fixes it. Anyway, leave a comment. Let me know. How do you find the performance off the line of your Jeep Gladiator? Do you notice or not? I'd be curious to know. Also, real quick, I do have 2 additional channels, Rob Motive all about my 2020 Toyota Tacoma, and Rob Motive FST, all about my 2021 Toyota Tundra and my quest for the upcoming redesigned Tundra. Check them out, and if you're interested, why not subscribe? Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.